Wandering and drifting through life, that's easy. You wake up, you scroll, you react, you work, and then you repeat. But becoming meaningful, that's a challenge. A challenge is good because challenge makes us grow. Challenge builds resilience, it builds confidence, but it forces you to stop drifting and start deciding who you are and who you want to be. So in my first video, I mentioned the quote from Zig Ziglar of don't be a wandering generality, be a meaningful specific. So a wandering generality refers to a person who goes through life without a specific purpose, reacting instead of acting with intent. And then a meaningful specific describes a person who is intentional, has defined goals, and makes a deliberate effort to achieve those goals. In this video, I'm going to give you a 7-step system to become a meaningful specific, to become meaningful in your life and in the lives of others you share your life with. So let's get to it. Step number 1, clarify your mission. So before you set your goals, you need to define your personal mission. So if you don't know who you're trying to become or what kind of person you want to be or the life you want to build, you'll constantly feel that you're chasing random goals, changing directions, and wonder why you feel stuck at various points in your life. So a clear personal vision or mission does 3 things. It acts like a filter so that you could say no in specific cases where it doesn't fit your life. It gives you consistency. Even when motivation fails, your mission will keep you aligned. And then it gives you meaning for your goals. So without it, goals are just kind of like tasks. But with it, they are part of a bigger story and a bigger thing that you're trying to accomplish. So think as your mission as a compass that guides every goal and project and habit that you're trying to build. When you wake up tired, uninspired, overwhelmed, your mission reminds you why you're doing any of this in the first place. So ask yourself, who am I becoming? Who do I want to become? And what kind of life am I trying to build? So I got a couple examples for you. So Oprah Winfrey's mission is to be a teacher and to be known for inspiring my students to be more than they thought they could be. And she did it through her media productions and a lot of media channels that she's built. And then you probably know or recognize this one. Whether you like him or not, Elon Musk his overall mission is to make humanity a multi-planetary species. So, and then you'll have other people and creators. This is just an example, is, to help everybody take control of their habits, their health, and their mind, one small win at a time. So I want you to write 1 to 2 sentence mission for your life. Don't overthink it. You're not getting it tattooed on your body. Just make a quick little statement of a mission that you have in life. All right, step number 2, identify the key areas of your life that you want to work on. So no one becomes meaningful by having 1 or 2 goals that they focus on in their life. You can crush it in business, but if your health is declining, you can be in amazing shape, but if your relationships are falling apart, also not good. You can make a ton of money, but spiritually, you're empty and you're maybe mentally drained. So what's all the point? So meaningful people live with intention across multiple areas of their life. Our life is a full system. So when one part is neglected, everything else potentially suffers. So setting goals across multiple domains gives your life balance without losing focus. It helps you avoid burnout, and it helps you build confidence and be centered because you're winning in more than one area of your life. So generally people fail to see the full picture of their life, but you here now are going to map out your purpose. So here's the life areas or domain names that you could focus on. So health, finance, relationships, family, your career or your business, your faith and your spirituality, personal growth, and creativity or fun. So choose 3 to 4 of these that you want to work on over the next 90 days. And then again, as an example, I'm focusing on health, finances, and relationships right now. Write down those areas that you're going to focus on. Okay, step number 3, set meaningful, specific goals. Now that you've chosen the areas that you want to focus on, you have to know and understand what's a bad goal and what's a good goal. So bad goal, I want to get in shape. A good goal is I will work out 4 times per week for 30 minutes until I lose 30 pounds. A bad goal, I want to grow my business. A good goal, I will post 3 YouTube videos per week and grow to 1,000 subscribers by December 31st. A bad goal, I want better money habits. A good goal, I will save $250 per paycheck and build a $3,000 emergency fund by March. So as you can tell, the good goals are very specific. So I want you, for each area of your life, come up with the one goal, right? One clear, measurable goal with a deadline or a milestone built into it. And again, the format is I will do X action with X frequency until I achieve X result by X date. Step number 4 is attach emotion and then visualize it. So this is kind of a secret sauce here. Goals are relatively easy to write down, but sticking with them, that's where most people fail. And we know this and joke about this for every New Year's resolution time. It's a joke when people start the same resolution every year that they're going to go to the gym numbers pick up, and then most, if not everybody, falls off. Why is that? Because people in general, they don't make the mental shift. They just say, this would be nice, instead of this is now a part of who I am and who I'm becoming. So if your mind is not aligned, your motivation just won't last. So you're going to hit obstacles. You're going to have low energy days. You will get pulled away and pulled by just life happenings. But the things that keep you moving is the emotional connection that you're going to have for your goals and the vision that you've created. So in this step, it's about creating an internal reinforcement system for your goals. You're training your identity to match your intentions. So every goal needs a powerful why behind it. The kind of why that makes you show up when you don't want to. So ask yourself, why does this goal matter? What's at stake if you do not accomplish this goal? So staying in the health realm, I've mentioned health a couple times. This is a good thought with the goal and then with the why behind it. A health goal, I will work out 4 times a week for 30 minutes to lose 30 pounds so I can live longer, have more energy for my kids, and stay active for my future grandchildren. So that's a very powerful and emotional why. You're thinking about you want to keep your health at tip-top shape for your grandchildren. And then you want to visualize. So visualizing is not some kind of woohoo craziness. It's actually brain science. When you vividly imagine yourself doing things, your brain begins to believe that it's possible and it starts helping you to make it real. So close your eyes and picture yourself already living the result. What are you doing? How do you feel? And who's proud of you when you've accomplished that state? So close your eyes and just think of, again, with the health, think of yourself in really good shape. Think of who's happy for you doing it. Think about the feelings that you feel because of all of that. Write down, along with your goals, the why that you're going to do it, and then visualize yourself doing and accomplishing that. So this step is going to turn your goals into a personal fuel. So most people skip this, but this is what makes someone meaningful. Step number 5, get prepared, get organized, and get your environment ready. So vision creates direction, goals define your target, but preparation clears a path. You will not rise to the level of your motivation. You will fall to the level of your preparation. Goals are achieved through systems, not random bursts of efforts. If you want to become meaningful, you need to start living like it now, not just when the stars align and everything is perfect. So this step is about setting up to be successful, setting up before life tries to derail you, which it will. So you want to organize your tools and your time. Ask yourself, where will you track your goals? How will you schedule your habits? And what tools will you use to stay focused? So as an example, use a whiteboard to track your goals and your visuals each week. Create a goal tracker on your phone or on your computer. Use Google Sheets. Set recurring reminders in your phone or on your calendar. But don't just set the goals. Create a system to support them. Set up the environment so that you could be successful with your goals. So an example of this, if your goal is to work out, maybe lay out your clothes and your shoes the night before so it's easier to be ready in the morning. If your goal is to create content, set up the filming space so it's always ready. If your goal is eating healthy, clear your pantry of bad junk food. And if your goal is to read more, put a book by your pillow, not hidden in a drawer on a bookshelf that you don't go by. So the main goal here is to make your actions frictionless. So success becomes your default when your space is built to support it. Step number 6, track and measure progress. So you've got your goals, you've connected them to emotion, you've prepared your environment. Now comes the step that really separates the dreamers from the builders, and that's tracking your goals. So what gets tracked gets done, what gets measured gets managed, and what stays in your head gets lost. So as I said before, write it down, get it down somewhere. So tracking is about creating awareness so that you can adjust, refocus, and just keep the momentum going. People who track their progress follow through more often, make better decisions faster, and build confidence through visible wins. So without tracking, you're just guessing. Review weekly, not just someday, and set a dedicated time every week to check on your goals. So as an example, every Sunday night, spend 10 to 15 minutes answering these questions. What did I accomplish this week? What did not move forward and why? And what's my number one priority for next week? So put this review in your calendar and make it non-negotiable. Use simple systems. As I said before, you can put it on paper or a whiteboard. Use Google Sheets, a phone tracker, an app tracker, anything to get going. You decide what you need to do. Don't let tools become another excuse. Just pick something and commit to using that for at least the next 4 weeks. Another good idea with tracking is don't just track specific actions. Track your behaviors for the outcomes that you want to create. So as an example, instead of tracking your weight loss, track the number of workouts that you completed in a given week, or the amount of time that you actually worked out. Instead of tracking subscribers that you gain on your YouTube, track the number of videos that you uploaded. So instead of tracking the debt you're paying off, track the extra dollars that you were able to send to your savings account. So that's just a shift in the way that you're looking at what it is that you're doing. It's a different focus. So tracking action gives you control of the outcomes that you consistently want to input into what it is that you want to get. And then finally, step number 7, be ready to celebrate. So I'm not sure if I've ever really seen this step recommended, but you've clarified your vision, you've set your goals, you've connected the why, you set up your environment. But now if you accomplish your goal, you want to be able to celebrate. If you hit your goal, celebrate it intentionally. Celebration isn't fluff. It's fuel. It's how you signal in your brain that this matters and keep going with it. When you celebrate your wins, even if they're small, you reinforce the behavior that created it. If you hit a savings goal, take yourself out to dinner or buy a thing that you wanted. If you hit your fitness target, take a day trip with your family. If you published 30 days of content, go get a massage or some new gear to create your content with. Even something as simple as writing down your win and saying, I did that. That's not who I was, but this is who I am now. That's celebrating yourself. That moment does matter. Make the brain associate progress with positive reinforcement. Decide now. You can write it down with your goal. When I hit X goal, I will reward myself with X. Go ahead and write that down with everything else. So progress without joy is just burnout in disguise. You want to celebrate your wins because you earned them. Okay, so now we're going to close all of this, tie all the 7 steps together. Made it through. Thanks for watching this far. So this video wasn't made to be a trick or hype or anything. This is a real system, real things to do to create deliberate, meaningful action in your life. You can do the things right now to become and start being a meaningful, specific person. So let's recap. You want to, 1, clarify your mission. 2, set goals across life domains. So figure out which domains of life you want to focus on. 3, you want to make those goals meaningful and specific. 4, attach emotion to the goals, the why, and visualize accomplishing those goals. 5, you want to get prepared, your workspace and your work environment. 6, you want to track and measure the things that you want to work on. And then 7, be prepared to celebrate and celebrate when you actually hit a goal that you want to. So this is not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. It's about building your life on purpose and not just reacting to it. So final words, you don't become meaningful by accident. You build it step by step. You're not waiting anymore. You've got a plan. Now go live it. And if this helped, hit subscribe. I'll be sharing more systems and tips and tricks, anything that helps me and my ADD entrepreneur brain that could maybe also help you. And let's all become meaningful together. And I'll see you in the next one.